Whittaker versus Chimaev. What do you think about this fight?
Oh, bro. This might be I know, I mean, I was gonna say this might take the uh light for the night, but the main event is just too good. So but this one's gonna be up there almost equivalent as exciting as the main event in my eyes. Dude, I'm a huge Robert Whittaker fan and yeah, I fuck with Chimaev too though. You think Robert or Chimaev is gonna win?
I'm a huge Robert Whittaker fan too. Um, he's super well rounded, great striking, but I want to say this is going to be a banger. But every time I'm like, oh, yes, this is a good. Like, let's look at Chimaev's record.
Yeah.
Um, I'm like, oh, yes, I'm so excited for this fight. Like, Burns and Holland and Usman. I get so hyped up. And then once the fight starts, Chimaev. Like, he'll have a good fight here and there, but a majority of the time he'll just go straight for a takedown and just make it like he'll just completely make it a turn off. Unfortunately. So like with that
Yeah.
being said, I feel like this is super anticipated. It should be a banger, but I feel like as soon as that bell rings and they touch gloves, Chimaev shoots immediately, and I think he'll be successful in getting the takedown. Robert's got good takedown defense, but Chimaev, he's got kind of that relentless. Oh, if I don't get you the first time, I'm gonna keep going, and probably gets it the second or third time, and probably makes it a boring fight. But you never know. Like every now and then, Chimaev will come out with the striking. Um, he's got decent striking. It's just that it's a little bit leaky on the defensive side. He's gotten caught before against Burns. Um, and I think he can't risk that against Whittaker because if he wins this fight, he'll obviously jump up huge in the rankings and potentially be fighting for the title.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I think his game plan is going to be pretty straightforward. Probably go for the takedowns and try to neutralize Robert's striking because if they go on the feet, I think Robert picks him apart pretty easily. Um,
Yeah. Robert got a
yeah,
sharp ass jab.
yep, yep. Nice head kick as well. Um,
Yeah.
very good footwork, like just all around way better on the feet. Um, so yeah, I think I'd have to go with Chimaev. Who do you got winning this fight?
Um, oh man. His last time, Chimaev. I mean, he was going up against Usman. Usman like neutralizes his wrestling, of course. Has Chimaev ever been 5 rounds?
I don't think so. No, I don't. He's never been a main event. I don't think. Double check.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, he's
who
never
who were
been.
the better who were the better wrestlers that Robert fought? And I guess Yoel doesn't count because Yoel wasn't really trying to wrestle like that.
Yeah. DDP is a pretty good wrestler, but they kind of strike. We're just striking. Vittori's a good wrestler, but I think
But
I don't know if
Chimaev's on another level for sure.
yeah, I don't know if any of these guys are as good as Chimaev at wrestling. Brunson's pretty good, but that ended early. Yeah, he hasn't fought a wrestler like Chimaev, that's for sure. Which is why I think Chimaev will have pretty good success. Like I said, it's not going to be like the first, the first try, but he'll chain it together. They call it like chain wrestling, where they shoot for a takedown, don't get it, grab like an ankle or an arm, flip around them, try to do like a I don't know what the names are, but where they trying to trip or drag him down instead of like a traditional takedown, something like that.
Yeah, the chain wrestling shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's what he'll do. If it gets against the cage, it's going to be tricky because I think Chimaev will probably hold on to him and grind him on the fence for a little bit. Maybe go for a trip or something. But yeah, this is a very interesting fight. I don't know entirely how it plays out. And I think it all comes down to Chimaev's game plan and how safe he wants to play it, because it has the potential to be a banger. I know Rob's not going to go down easily. He's not just going to give in to that wrestling. He'll probably get up quite a few times, but I think Chimaev will probably just keep going with the wrestling.
Robert's probably the best striker Khamzat has fought, right?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, it's not even
Khamzat,
close.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not even close. I mean, Holland's up there, but that was not even close either. It was just first
Nah,
round.
yeah, nah. Robert's way better than Holland.
Yeah.
Shit, dude. It's like it could go either way, right? Yeah, like you said, Chimaev might drown Robert, and like he has to beat him up though. You know, he just can't be like holding and humping him around.
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause then he'll get tired if it's a 5 round. If Kamzat just like tries to control him on the ground and can't really do any damage, it might fuck him over in the later rounds, in the fourth and fifth. But and then Robert, you know, Robert's good at just picking shots throughout the whatever they call the scrambles and shit like that.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know Chimaev's chin either, really, against someone like Robert.
Yeah. You
Because
bring
Robert
up a
got
good.
some decent knockouts.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. But you brought up a good point with the scrambles. I think if Robert keeps it in the center of the cage, I think he will definitely scramble out of those takedowns. But I think if Hamzat backs him up to the cage, I think that's where it's going to be a little bit more tricky because Robert can't spin out with the cage against his back. Although it will help him stay up on his feet and get back up, it's also going to hurt him because he won't be able to create that distance and scramble away. So that's a good point. It's gonna be up to whether Robert can keep it in the middle and if Hamzat keeps chaining those wrestling exchanges together to get him against the fence or something.
Thank you for tuning in. If you're new to the podcast, please like, share, and subscribe.
Also, check us out on Instagram at P number 4P Combat Sports Podcast. Thanks for tuning in.